Martin Luther King Jr. Day is not just about remembering the iconic civil rights leader. Today is also a National Day of Service, which encourages you and your fellow Americans to volunteer to improve your communities. The idea is that it's a day on, not a day off. Spectrum News 13's Rachel Krause explains why inspiring positive change through community has become so vital in how we remember Dr. King's legacy.
Service is really at the root of everything that I think Dr. King stood for.
On the third Monday in January, most years, people around Florida come together for a great day of service through events to continue Dr. King's work of social justice for all in service to community.
This year is more important, I think, than ever because of what we have experienced last year and the focus on social justice with so many people becoming more aware and more involved.
Hope Goodwin says following this divisive year, traditions of service and positive change surrounding MLK Day are needed.
We sometimes sit back and think, okay, we've achieved what we set out to achieve. And then something will happen, like the death of George Floyd, which will remind us that we still have a lot of work to do.
This year, the pandemic will require most organizations to make some changes to events surrounding Dr. King's birthday. Some events will shrink or go virtual, but Rollins College professor Eric Smaw says you can still volunteer and safely help others.
I'd like to see people helping their neighbors who need help.
By helping others and standing up through positive change every year in his memory, it keeps Dr. King's message alive.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream.
If we all commit to changing ourselves, to opening our hearts, then I think we are accomplishing what Dr. King set out to accomplish. If I see the humanity in you and you see it in me and we honor it, then we're halfway there.
It's a beautiful part of his legacy that I'm glad that we are perpetuating.
Rachel Krause, Spectrum News 13.
Rollins College will hold its annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Vigil at 6 o'clock tonight. The school held a virtual service yesterday.